This is the sexy knob, and this is my Tesla. Let's take a look at what it can do to the Tesla. Hello, sexy knob. Woohoo! Look at that! We got the Gen 2 Commander, and we got our knob, packaged very comfortably in there, I might add. Powered by Enhance. Yes, because they also make the sexy buttons. If you aren't familiar with those, make sure you check those out because they work hand in hand with the sexy knob. It's like a brother and sister relationship. In the packaging, you get your commander, of course, and the knob. On the back, you got two USB-C ports. It only needs one to power, so when you put it in your center console, you can use the other one to do other things. You got a small USB-C to USB-C cable, and you have the two CAN bus splitters, as well as a pry tool. Can't forget about the pry tool. Take your little weather seal right here and start pulling it off. You want to pull it off so that you have access to both this panel as well as this bottom panel. It just makes things a little bit easier. It simply clips into a groove, so you're just going to want to pull it off this metal groove right here. Pretty simple. From there, you're going to want to get this panel off. Now in your kit, you're going to get this pry tool. All you need to do, you see that hole right there? Put it in like that, and then just pop it off, and it'll fall off. It should reveal a pin right here. I lost that pin, but if your pin is still there, you can take this edge and pull it out this way. So that's how you remove that. Now it's time to remove this little kick plate. They sit on these little clips right here, so you're just gonna wanna pull them up from the side right here. And then once you have that off, you're just gonna want to pull this towards the back of the car. And this is the area that we're gonna wanna work with. Now first, I'm gonna go find my Gen 1 Commander. Oh yeah, and as you can see, this guy was much bigger. We're not gonna need to use this anymore. Your blue plug is where you're gonna want to put the new one in. So since I'm taking mine out, I'm gonna want to remove it from that. And then up here, there is this white connection right here. Now you should have an OEM plug that's going to it. You're just gonna want to pull it out. There's a little push clip. You're gonna push it in and out, just like that. And so this is what the little clip looks like right here. This port and this port. Now I'm gonna take the little module that we have right here. First this little splitter part, and then this even littler splitter part. This one's the actually literal little one. And then we're gonna connect that in there. Just gonna tuck the wires behind the pre-existing wires. And then this one that goes to the Commander, I'm gonna have it go down there because there's more room down there. So I'm gonna grab the Commander and just plug it in like that. Heck yeah. So we can see there is a green light, which means it is receiving power. So all I'm going to do is take this guy and shove it back here.
Okay, so actually, instead of putting it in the bottom right here, put it more in the top right here. There's space next to the glove box. I forgot to put this in earlier, just by the way, my bad. Anyways, there's space around this area right here. Put it right there in case you ever need to service it. And then in the future, you won't have to take off this kick plate down here. You only have to take off the top part. Cool? Cool. Let's go and connect or reconnect your sexy buttons and or knob. So first, you want to make sure the Enhauto app is up to date. You can check this in your app store, whether it be the Google Play Store or whatever Apple has.
So in the Enhauto app right here, if you've had your buttons previously paired to a different commander, you need to break that relationship. And the way you can do that is by going to your buttons. You're gonna have to do this for all your buttons. You're gonna press and hold down. Once you do that, it's going to blink rapidly. You're gonna press and hold down until it stops blinking rapidly. That's going to be about 16 seconds. So basically press and hold for 16 seconds every button. That's going to factory reset them. Once they're factory resetted, is resetted a word? It's not a word. Now it's a word. You're gonna go to the buttons tab, press that and click add sexy button. And then after you've already done the 16-second thing, you're just gonna press and hold it again. It should only take about 3 seconds for it to appear in the app. And now you have your sexy buttons loaded. For the knob, I'm not gonna mount it in my center console quite yet, but I can temporarily give it power through this USB-C port right here. The knob will buzz, turn on into this welcome screen. Now, mine already has all the features loaded and everything, but yours might say not connected, and that's totally fine because you don't have it connected yet. For that, you're just gonna go back into the app. You're going to go into the knob section at the very bottom. You're gonna tap that and you should be able to click connect a new knob. and it's connecting. You'll find that knob, and then once you do that, you'll have the knob connected and all the settings you could play around with inside of here. And that's pretty much it, guys. You now have your knob and your sexy buttons and your commander all together.
Now for troubleshooting, there are a few things we can do if you're having issues. First, unplug and plug back in the commander. Try to reconnect it and see if it then reconnects with the app when you go into the commander settings and try to connect it. If you're able to do that, because that usually works, you should never have an issue at least pairing the commander to the phone app, then make sure all the firmware is downloaded and up to date. If you do have any issues still connecting the commander, or if you have any issues updating, go ahead and uninstall and then re-download the app. Another thing you can do is go to the commander tab, go to settings, reboot commander, and if this doesn't work, try a factory reset or try to remove the commander. You can do all of that in the commander tab, then settings, and then reboot commander. If none of the previous work for any of your problems, go into the settings on the main dashboard screen, go ahead and remove your car. You're gonna have to relink it, but one of the previous, or at least this, should resolve your issue. So that's pretty much it, guys. If the issue persists, leave a comment below. If you found a way to solve it that I didn't list, or if any of these helped you, I wanna know your issue and I wanna know how you solved it. So leave a comment on what was broken and then what solution worked for you. Make sure to check out the Enhauto buttons or knob or both in the description below. I'll have a discount code just for you so you can upgrade your Tesla and save some money while doing it.
And that's pretty much it, guys. Now it's cleanup. So from here, we're just gonna wanna put that kick plate back on. Make sure you're careful and you don't snag any wires as you're pushing it back in. All right, there you go. And from there, you can go and start pushing the weather seal back into place. Make sure all of these clips are in and lined up.
Before you get to up here though, you're gonna wanna get this piece after you put that clip in like the good person you are. I don't know where mine went. And you're just basically going to line this up and push this piece in.